around the Department of Defense. This is your daily news brief.
Another terrorist leader is eliminated. I'm Mark Weeks. President Trump announced Sunday that U.S. forces killed ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi in a raid in northwestern Syria over the weekend, with no casualties among American forces. Defense Secretary Mark Esper noted that while fewer than 100 service members participated in the raid, hundreds more worked all over the U.S. government to bring Baghdadi to justice. Esper said he believes the death of the ISIS leader will make a difference in the region. He said, "When you take out a leader like that, it's going to have a major impact on the organization." Baghdadi was arguably the world's most wanted terrorist and the founder of the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Defense Secretary Mark Esper's trip to the Middle East and Central Asia was dominated by actions in Syria, but he got updates on operations elsewhere during stops in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia, where he met with leaders in those countries, as well as with U.S. military leaders and troops. In Afghanistan, Secretary Esper said Afghan defense forces are leading their country's defense efforts and have grown more capable, and the United States remains committed to their success. Esper said he was impressed by the skill and professionalism of the Afghan soldiers. He also said counterterrorism operations have remained critical to achieving peace and ensuring terrorist organizations cannot find a safe haven in Afghanistan. The secretary ended the trip in Belgium, where he participated in the meeting of NATO defense ministers. The crew of the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Alert returned to their home port of Astoria, Oregon, following a 65-day multi-mission patrol that resulted in the seizure of nearly 4,000 pounds of cocaine worth about $54 million. They conducted counter-drug operations in the international waters of the eastern Pacific Ocean, where teams boarded 2 vessels, seizing the cocaine and detaining 6 suspected drug smugglers. The Coast Guard's aging medium-endurance cutters represent 70% of the service's counter-drug interdiction fleet. As cartels become more advanced in their trafficking methods at sea, the Coast Guard is recapitalizing the fleet with modern assets equipped to detect, interdict, and disrupt the flow of illegal drugs, weapons, and people in the Eastern Pacific. That's your DoD News Brief. I'm Mark Weeks. You can find more stories about your military at defense.gov and by using hashtag KnowYourMil.